What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check updates, the two new upcoming packages, part one, the physical infrastructure package, and part two, the next stimulus package, also known as the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in our country today, as well as what is going on in Washington, D.C. today. If you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. I will be keeping you up to date with everything going on. And also, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps out our channel. Also, I got some interesting stimulus updates that you won't want to miss here that we're going to go over here in just a few minutes. I also want to keep you updated on some interesting investment opportunities that I come upon from time to time. As you know, I'm very bullish on gold right now. And when I see opportunities, I love to let my community know ahead of time so that you can see these opportunities as I see them as well. And kind of let you know how I evaluate these opportunities, as well as what I'm thinking and what I am doing right now as well. Today, I'm going to show you why I'm extremely bullish on some small gold developers and why I believe it's possible to generate triple-digit returns in the near future by positioning right now, and why the risk reward is very enticing at this current moment. I'll walk you through my thought process and you can let me know your thoughts and your feelings about it. First off, let's look at gold because its bull market has just barely begun. As you can see in the chart, gold began its upward trajectory in the year 2000 when its price was $250 per ounce, and it proceeded to climb for 11 consecutive years, the most prolific bull market in history. No other asset class has ever quite done this like that before. At its peak, the price of gold reached $1,913 per ounce in August of 2011. Gold then tanked. Now, remember this date, December 15th, 2015. Because that is when the Federal Reserve, after 8 years of rate cuts, QE programs, and zero interest rate policies, announced their first hike. Gold bottomed that day at $1,053 per ounce and has been moving upwards ever since, hitting a new all-time high in August 2020 of $2,069 per ounce. Here are a few takeaways from this. Never has a bull market from gold finished with just a mere 100% gain. The 1970s bull market was 2,400%, and the 2000s bull market was 800%. In comparison to this bull market, which has really just begun in my view. Today's price represents a great entry point, since the price just went under an 18% correction, which is huge because you want to buy low and sell high. So with that, when I look at Bank of America's price target or Wells Fargo's price target of about $2,300 per ounce of gold, or Frank Holmes's target of $4,000 an ounce, and Pierre Lasson's target of $12,500 an ounce, my most pressing goal was to find an extremely undervalued, still well under the radar company that has massive potential and I can position in, and I've scoured through dozens of them. The result is this company, which receives my highest confidence level, Blue Lagoon Resources. Their US stock symbol is BLAGF, and I'm strongly considering making them my #1 idea for 2021. The best way to own shares of it is with traditional and reputable brokerages, which have done this for decades. The value of Blue Lagoon is the first thing that really caught my eye. Their Dome Mountain gold mine site has seen $28 million spent by Gavin Mines over the last 12 years, and $40 million spent previously for mine permitting, through infrastructure construction as well as underground development and exploration drilling. Rana Vig, who is the founder and CEO of Blue Lagoon Resources, was able to purchase this for just $27 million Canadian. In other words, he bought this whole property for $27 million Canadian that had already had $68 million already put into it, which basically means there were $68 million put into it and he bought it for less than half that, $27 million. Pretty awesome. The current market cap of Blue Lagoon Resources is $33 million. While we know that their property was $68 million was spent by the previous operators. As I said, very undervalued. And I've been listening to their recent CEO interviews. And I know for a fact that in the next couple weeks, their company is supposed to receive all the necessary paperwork to initiate the gold and silver mining at these locations. And this is time sensitive because the shares of this company are still near all-time lows. And once they get the green light, well, then everything is ready to go. And I saved the best for last. Most interestingly, 90% of their land, their project, has not even yet been explored. So there is a huge potential that is yet undiscovered. And it has all year accessibility, so they can work on it all through the year. Rana Vig, the company's founder, was responsible for two of the biggest deals in the Canadian venture market in the last 2 years. And he just increased his position and bought more shares. Between his positions and his associates, approximately 20% of the outstanding shares are owned by them, which means they have a lot of skin in the game, which is very good. Basically, it puts them in the same boat as us. I am excited to be sponsored by Blue Lagoon Resources, and I've also heard that Rana Vig himself has just bought 1 million more shares of Blue Lagoons. And lastly, because they're literally conducting drilling on the site as we speak, I want to show you what could possibly occur if Blue Lagoon announces successful drilling holes. Here are two examples. This company shot up by 1,562%, while the S&P 500 returned 22.42% at the same time. This second company made 712% move, while the NASDAQ doubled. When these gold companies discover an economic size deposit, it's massive. Blue Lagoon's project contains 15 high-grade gold veins, and 90% of the terrain has never been drilled. Now you understand why I'm letting you guys know about this right now, because the timing of this is crucial. So if you want to know more about Blue Lagoon Resources, please check the link in the description down below of this video. If you're on a mobile phone, you might need to click the down arrow next to the title of this video to find the link. On stimulus news, Republican Representative Mo Brooks from Alabama has introduced a bill that would force China to possibly pay for the next stimulus package and pay trillions of dollars to Americans and American businesses to pay for trillions of dollars in losses from COVID-19 and the pandemic. Representative Mo Brooks has introduced the China COVID-19 Restitution Act, a simple bill holding the People's Republic of China financially liable for damages caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Congressman Brooks said the communist China must atone for its wrongdoings by compensating America and Americans for losses suffered as a result of COVID-19. Regardless of whether China's conduct was negligent, reckless, or intentional, China knowingly created COVID-19 in the Wuhan Institute of Virology without implementing the necessary containment measures needed to prevent COVID-19 from circling the globe and killing millions of people. Not only did China lie about COVID-19 origins, but China also lied about it and covered up both the contagiousness and the lethality of COVID-19 while also allowing international travel and thus exporting a global pandemic. China's lies killed. My bill, the China COVID-19 Restitution Act, holds communist China accountable for their horrific actions and compensates American citizens and governments for the losses suffered at the hands of communist China. Now, what's interesting about this particular bill is you could actually enact this without a lengthy multi-year, multi-country world lawsuit that could have to be possibly done through the United Nations and multi-lawsuits and have China unwilling to pay. This could actually simply be done through tariffs like we kind of seen done through the former Trump administration when we've seen former President Donald Trump enacting tariffs through imports coming from China to the United States. China is a huge exporter to the United States. They ship in millions and millions and millions of products to the United States. We ship very little products from us over to them. Thus, they need us a lot more than we need them. So we could simply put a small tariff or tax on every product coming from them to us. And thus, we could use that for American people, American jobs, American businesses, and could pay for a portion of restitution of what we lost during this pandemic, trillions of dollars. And this bill from Republican Representative Mo Brooks from Alabama is exactly what that bill calls for. And it'll be interesting to see if anything like this happens. Again, they could simply enact this without a lawsuit. Congress could pass a bill like this and poof, it would be done. Simply enact a tariff by any goods coming into the United States from China. Boom, a new tax is done, and they can use that for restitution to the American people, to American jobs, to American businesses, and they can use it for anything. Stimulus packages, stimulus checks, unemployment, the jobs that may have been lost. Remember that 37% of all small businesses have gone completely bankrupt from this pandemic. Those businesses are now completely out of business. So there is a lot of money and a lot of possibilities that could be done with a bill like this. I will keep you updated. And again, we don't even need to go through a multi-nation lawsuit or a lengthy process like this. Let me know your thoughts about an idea like this. Do you think that something could or should be done like this? Or do you think it would create too much strain between the countries? Or do you think this is something that is due and something that is warranted because of basically the cover up that pretty much I think most people think that China did, and possibly even that they created coming out of the Wuhan Institute of Virology with this virus? Let me know your thoughts on that down below in the comments. Next up, good old Mitch McConnell and good old Nancy Pelosi are at it again. Mitch McConnell, whew, you would not believe the things that these guys say. Mitch McConnell is touting stimulus aid from the third stimulus package. He's praising the stimulus aid that he didn't even vote for. He's saying he voted no, and yet he's going to take the dough. Yeah, I sometimes I can't even believe what these guys say. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi slammed Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell for touting the benefits of the third stimulus check package for his home state of Kentucky, the $1.9 trillion third stimulus check package that was cleared Congress in March without any Republican support. Nancy Pelosi writes on Twitter, quote, "Vote no and take the dough," which is what Mitch McConnell said. Democratic leader Pramila Jayapal, who is the leader of the Democratic Progressive Caucus and also one of the leaders that is pushing for a $2,000 one-time fourth stimulus check, then followed by $1,000 monthly recurring payments that would go until 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. So a bare minimum of 12 monthly payments. She's the leader of about 100 different Democrats in the House of Representatives alone, the Democratic Progressive Caucus. She says on Twitter, "Thanks for the reminder, Mitch McConnell, that not a single Republican voted for the much-needed relief of the third stimulus check package, but they'll all talk about the benefits anyways. Another reminder, they'll do the same thing with our infrastructure bill and probably the next stimulus package as well. Let's go big, bold, and fast." Here's what Senator Mitch McConnell had to say.
Well, it passed on a straight party line vote. Not a single member of my party voted for it. So you're going to get a lot more money. I didn't vote for it, but you're going to get a lot more money. Cities and counties in Kentucky will get close to $700 or $800 million. If you add up the total amount that will come into our state, $4 billion, that's twice what we sent in last year.
Audio's not that great there. I'll have to see how my wife can adjust it. If you didn't hear it, mostly he said it passed on a straight party line vote, which means the Democrats passed it. So you're going to get a lot of money. I didn't vote for it, Mitch McConnell says, but you're going to get a lot of money. City and counties in Kentucky will get close to $700 to $800 million. And then I think he also said that the state of Kentucky is going to get $4 billion. And this is also what is expected to happen for the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan. We're also expecting not a single Republican to vote yes on this next package. They're expecting this to pass through the reconciliation process as well. This is not me picking sides at all. This is just what is expected to happen. Right now, the way things are looking is it's holding on by a shoestring. We're probably going to get the next infrastructure package passed with Republican support. It's a $1.2 trillion spread out over 8 different years. So it's really not that much spread out over 8 years. That is expected to pass with Republican and Democratic support. And then they're also expected to pass the next stimulus package known as the American Families Plan, although that is going to pass through the reconciliation process, which means not a single Republican is expected to vote yes on it, the exact same way the third stimulus check package passed. So it's almost the same repeat as the third stimulus check package. We're probably going to see the same thing happen for the fourth stimulus check package, where not a single Republican is likely going to vote yes on the same way the third stimulus check package passed. These are all the things currently being discussed for the next stimulus package. I think that a majority of these are going to make it in the next package. Remember, there's about $1 to $2 trillion that is available from the past stimulus packages. There's been 6 stimulus packages passed in total, 5 underneath former President Donald Trump, 1 underneath current President Biden, 6 stimulus packages passed in total. There's about $2 trillion that is available. They just sent out $350 billion to states, cities, and counties, of which Mitch McConnell was just talking about. So there's now $1.65 trillion available that they can use for this next stimulus package and the next infrastructure package. So a lot of these things can be used without even spending any new stimulus money. So they're saying that these next stimulus checks or monthly stimulus checks, Social Security raises, Medicare expansion, child tax credit checks, a lot of these things can be paid for without even spending any new money. That's why a lot of these things are expected to be in this next package. They're saying that even if there is some contention on a forced stimulus check, they can say to people like Senator Joe Manchin that, hey, this forced stimulus check, we're not even going to spend any new money on this. We're just going to use the old stimulus money to pass a forced stimulus check. There's also some talk that a forced stimulus check could go out to that it could go out, but it could go out to people that make less money. So we've seen this from the third stimulus check package where they lowered the income qualifications down from a single person. It used to be that if you made between $75,000 and $100,000, you would get a reduced income or you would get a reduced stimulus check. Then they lowered it from $75,000 to $80,000 instead of $75,000 to $100,000. They lowered that income threshold. They're now thinking, this is just some kind of chatter that I'm hearing, that they might lower it again, basically saying that people that make $80,000 really don't need a fourth stimulus check, or couples making $160,000 really don't need a fourth stimulus check. So that there is a need for a forced stimulus check among low and maybe some lower middle income people that need this forced stimulus check, but that people making $150,000, $160,000 for a couple don't really need these stimulus checks. You can let me know your thoughts on this. But there's a lot of other game changing things in here. Child tax credits, those are likely going to be extended until 2025. Those are $3,000 to $3,600 per child and per year. Those are actually more money than, say, a $1,400 or even a $2,000 one-time stimulus check. 2 years of free college, 2 years of free preschool. Those will be absolute game changers because those will likely continue on year after year after year. Social Security raises and Medicare expansion to include hearing, dental, vision, and hearing aids, as well as lower the Medicare eligibility age to age 60 or age 55. Those are likely changes that will go on forever. Those are very important changes, as well as paid medical leave, paid family leave, as well as the childless earned income tax credit, which is actually the kind of the mirror image of the child tax credit. This one right here. This is the child tax credit. Everybody kind of knows about this. There's also an earned income tax credit For people that don't have children, you can actually get a tax credit up to $6,600. I have a video that I will link to you at the end of this video as well. They want to extend that as well. And again, that can get you up to $6,600. So we also could see an extension of the $10,200 unemployment tax credit that was thrown into the third stimulus check package as well. And I also hope that we see the SNAP, WIC, and pandemic EBT benefit bonuses here. A lot of people, lower income Americans, are really, those SNAP benefit bonuses have really been lifesavers for a lot of people, along with the emergency broadband benefit that thousands of our viewers have got, that $50 per month internet bonus money. I hope that we see an extension of that. We don't know how many months that's going to go for. We hope that it keeps going on month after month after month so that many of our viewers get that for many, many months. We could see more money added to the pot. Who knows how many months that could go for, but we could see more month added to that as well. Also, I'll give you an update on mortgage and rental assistance here within the next few videos. But the majority of that money hasn't even been sent out yet. So a lot more people are going to be getting mortgage and rental assistance here coming over the next few weeks as they start to send out more of that money. So yeah, I will keep you up to date with everything. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. I will keep you up to date with everything going on in our country, as well as stimulus related and all these different stimulus programs, as well as this next stimulus check program or next stimulus check package, as well as next packages that are going to come after these next two packages. There will be more packages coming after these next two packages. Democrats get a whole nother set of reconciliation cards come October 1st, which is in 2.5 months. So this will likely not be the next package. There will be more packages after this. And anything of those 24 items that don't make it into this next package will likely be in the next package. So there will be more after this package, and I will keep you up to date with everything. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. This bottom video is about checks that are going out right now through different stimulus check programs in July, August, and September. And this video is about the adult earned income tax credits for people without children. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.